Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Duckville here. I've got a Protoss vs Zerg coming up today. This is a replay that was sent through to me from Clarity Gaming's Bales. You'll find him up at the top right-hand side. Here is our Red Protoss player. One of the young, there's actually quite a couple of young Protoss players in the NA scene who have been linking up and doing really well. Of course, there is Bales. There's also Bones. There's a couple of others as well. But both Bones and Bales are you can catch them on Team Clarity. Both of them have been doing really well in the scene. Of course, both have been up in Grandmasters level as well. We'll see what happens here as Bales' opponent down at the bottom right-hand side here is our Blue Zerg player from Team Core. It is JonSnow. He knows nothing apart from an early pull, and he's going to throw that down right now. A 10 pull coming out of our Blue Zerg down here at the bottom right-hand side. Team Core, I probably have completely fuzzed it up there, but I don't actually know anyone else from Team Core, but I know there are a couple of like Game of Thrones named people who have been hanging out together, so I don't know, maybe JonSnow and his cohorts were over there, but he is going to go for the double extractor cancel to be able to get out another drone. As well as we can see, a Novalord is also going to come out here as well, and it's relatively well timed out to make sure that it links up quite nicely with that spawning pool, and that allows you to send across 6 lings to try and capitalize on an opponent who may be going for a Forge Fast expand, so they may be a little bit vulnerable. Perhaps they're going for one of these gateway expands that Bales is going for, who knows, but these are the kinds of things that you can capitalize on this particular map. Now, as we can see, one thing that works against JonSnow is that his Overlord has actually scouted towards the right direction, but this means that his drone scout is actually going in the wrong direction. So he's going to be catching out, well, nothing down at the bottom right-hand side and the top left-hand side there as well, as the first 6 lings have now made their way out. A couple of extras also being built right now as well. A Queen is also being morphed in. She's going to pop up here in a second to help out with injects and any kind of counter-aggression that may come across. But as we can see, JonSnow is about to find out that his opponent is up here. Very cleverly, he's going to send the lings into the middle. Of course, you're going to scout out one direction with the Overlord, another direction with the drone, and there we go. The lings are going to be turning around in a second there. There you go. He finally sees it. His opponent is up here, and he says, I went the wrong way, so that's okay. We'll have to, we'll lose a bit of time here. And the Overlord, he's just going to head out to the side. And interestingly, there was a Zealot being built here from Bales, and this is something which is very standard when it comes to doing gateway builds, is that players will get started on a Zealot just in case of early pull timings like this, and normally at around about sort of 340 to 345, that's when the lings will hit. Ironically, because JonSnow sort of messed it up in terms of the direction that he was going, which is no fault of his own, he was actually, his lings were a little bit later than normal, so he was not able to get the Zealot out, which would help with this kind of situation, but he does have the Mothership Core. The Stalker is also out as well, and as you can see, relatively, Bales is okay. We've lost 7 workers. It's a decent amount, but for the moment he's still alive. And with that kind of 10 pull pressure, you really want to get a nice amount of damage done. And he's got an okay amount. We can see that JonSnow is going to be able to pick up another 6 drones. He's going to be able to freely drone up for the moment. He knows that his opponent is going to be thinking, well, I can't do the fast expansion that I once wanted to do because I am going to need to be careful of possible other plays, such as a very fast Zergling speed or something like that. So moving across and taking this fast expansion is something that is a little bit risky right now, simply because, as we said, speedlings could be coming out. There could be just another 10 billion slowlings coming out, and you know, that could be a lot of trouble as well. But he does need to play very safely here. So Bales is going to play it safe, get a sentry out, get a second sentry. Warp Gate Tech has also started, and just let the Mothership Core build up a little bit of energy and keep it at home. You don't want to send it out because of that threat. So playing a very nice, safe, standard style here is Clarity Gaming's Bales. As we can see, for JonSnow, boosting up his work account right now. He's up to a total of 24 drones at this point. He's going to be throwing down extra gases here at the natural. Just wants to get that gas count starting. But as you can see, JonSnow able to pick off another worker there, so that's not too badly done. 8 workers in total. We can see the Lings trying to make their way inside the main base, but not going to get too far. He wants to find out, is this just a pure economic play, or is there some risky tech back inside the main? But unfortunately for the Zerg JonSnow, he's not able to get inside, and thus Bales is able to move across and get started on setting up his walls. So we'll see what kind of play he's going to go for, because I mean, you could do a couple of things here. You could sit back, get a couple of gates up, just play a very standard sort of game. You could get the Stargate coming out shortly after, but you know, one thing you do want to do is have some really good scouting, and that is exactly what Bales has done here. Sends in the Hallucinated Phoenix, finds out that there is a double gas here at the natural. He's going to send it in for another pass, perhaps. You know, just sort of poking about, trying to find out what is going on. But here it comes. Is it going to... Okay, he's not going to make his way inside, unfortunately. Just in the nick of time, that's going to run out. But inside the main, JonSnow is now up to a nice count of drones that we can see here. 16 down here, and another, probably, what's that, like, 21 down inside the natural as well. But Bales, he said, you know what, we're going to go old school style here. I've got 2 gates at the front, 2 gates in the main, and that is a 4 gate, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see something very very old school, as you said, coming out from our Protoss player here. Is going to try and take advantage of the fact that a lot of the time when a Zerg player does this kind of heavy investment in a 10 pull to try and get some harassment done, they can be a little bit more exposed. And now we'll see what's going to happen as JonSnow attempts to push up the ramp. A couple of force fields will block him out for now, so he's going to have to be very careful, and droning will stop. Spines will get started, and all the kinds of defense are getting ready here for JonSnow, because he knows this is a very dangerous attack that is coming across. It could be a bluff from Clarity Gaming's Bales, but it's something which certainly can cause a lot of damage if it gets into the right position. So lots of sentries are here, and this is going to provide him with a lot of ability to try and force field out some of the Lings. But Bale's a little bit slow in getting some of the force fields down, but he is able to get a beautiful force field donut going. Couple of the sentries having a little bit of a wacky attack there, and JonSnow says, alright, you're going to be stuck inside those force fields. I'm going to take out that pylon. And that gives him the added bonus of being in a position where he can say, alright, it's all good. We've gotten rid of at least one of the main pylons for this attack, so it's unlikely that Bales is going to continue with this. So Bales is he's sort of in the same position. He said, alright, we'll have to go back to the drawing board. Another gate comes up, Twilight Council inside the main as well. A rowboat is also finished up, so we may see him get a couple of observers out, try and figure out what's going on, or he may even just go for a warp prism or something like that to try and figure out what, you know, if he can get some drops done, another push or something like that. And I think, yeah, there is a warp prism coming out from Bales here, so we'll see if he's going to continue on with this attack. Just checking out what's going on. Where are those spine crawlers? There they are. Alright, cool. We're all good here. Going to set up the recall and head back home. Peace, I am out of here, says Bales, as the Warp Prism is just about to finish up. And with Charge Tech starting out, this is an interesting one coming out of Bales here. Double Forge also on the way, so he's going to put himself into a position where he can really get some good damage done. And we'll find out, because keep in mind, there are now 5 Warp Gates out. And with a nice warp prism moving across the map, will JonSnow be able to see this one coming in? I don't think he is going to know, because there is a Hallucinated Phoenix that has scouted what's going on. There is a little bit of dead space here where this warp prism may make it through. It is actually just in the vision of JonSnow, but I don't think he's going to be fast enough to get the get the defense set up. And dropping in are these sentries, warping into some of the zealots here, going to set up a force field. A little bit of an old school tactic coming out of Bales here. Drops in some units and says, hello boys, I am here. And with this, as you can see, sentries with a lot of force fields. He's going to be able to block out that ramp for ages. There is going to be so many force fields available. Drones getting shredded apart by these zealots inside the main. As we can see, +1 to weapons, armor, charge is just about to finish. All these lovely things all about to come out here from Bales. And JonSnow is in a world of pain right now. Some Lings are going to pop out. The sentry's in a little bit of trouble. Jumps them up into the warp prism, but drops them back out to try and make sure that the ramp is force field, because there were a lot of Lings here, but the Lings have moved across to try and get some counter aggression done. They will be able to knock down some of the front door, but isn't enough. Is he going to be able to get any damage done? Photon overcharge on the Nexus, some other ship core, some other units also there ready to rumble here, and the force fields continue on the ramp, and the drone count has been now reduced to 31. JonSnow in a lot of trouble right now. we can see that his third base is now up and running, but it doesn't have any drones. And the force fields, will they be able to be kept up here? It looks like Bales, is he going to be dropping the ball? No, keeps it up in time. The hatchery goes down. This is a point where you probably even say, all right, I'm out of here. Thanks for the party. Thank you for the alcohol, and I am out of here for now. And yeah, there he goes. He's going to pick up the 2 sentries, maybe grab a zealot or 2 if he can. No, they're all cool. Just going to hang out there for the moment, and that is it, because JonSnow is now in a very troublesome position. He's down to 27 drones right now. The Zealot's going to be warping in. They are almost up and running with +1 to armor and weapons right now, and despite the fact that JonSnow has cleared up a lot of the damage inside his main base, it is going to be a very, very tough ask for him to be able to move out right now. He agrees and taps out. So Clarity Bales able to take the game here off JonSnow in what was, well, it looked to be like a 4-gate counter-aggression. But then it was stopped on, and JonSnow said no, but then unfortunately he was not able to deal with the Warp Prism, dropping in a couple of sentries to say hello. Hope you enjoyed that game. We'll catch you all next time. Maneuver from here. Does he know that Mario is a little bit of a mech player, and B, how is he going to deal with it once he does find that out? But it is interesting to see how Mario is expanding very aggressive expansions here, looking to move through the middle section.